What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now, I'd like to give you guys my review of The Flash issue 767, which is Endless Winter Part 2. Now, I did my review on Endless Winter Part 1 last week, and I liked it. I mean, it was a nice setup. I feel like it was not overly complicated. It was a very linear, straightforward story, and I indicated in my review that I felt like we needed that in DC for a big crossover, because Dark Knight's Metal just got so convoluted and so complicated and so overly long that having a crossover that's going to be pretty succinct is going to be nice. And Flash 767 Part 2, it definitely stays. I definitely still get the sense that it's going to be a very linear type story where it's not going to be too overly complicated. So this one involves, first of all, we see the I guess the antagonist that we saw at the end of the first issue. They all came together here. Black Adam, which I don't think it's the real Black. I don't think it's the Black Adam that fights Shazam. I think this is an older version of him. And then we have Hippolyta, and the Norse Prince, and we also get Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing shows up as well, right there, and they're discussing what's going on with the Frost King, and the Frost King is right there. So they're discussing what's going on with him and this winter that is literally sweeping through the entire world. And Flash, he's going to China, to Beijing, China. The Justice League is spread out across the world to help stabilize all this, this winter that has covered the world. And one thing I found interesting, though, is that Flash went to Beijing, China, where he teams up with New Superman. New Superman has not been seen anywhere since the end of his comic book, New Superman and the Justice League of China, or something like that, which I have all those episodes right behind, or all those issues right behind me. It was a decent comic book. It wasn't great, so I found it interesting that they referenced him again. I wonder if they're getting ready to do something else with him. And then we go to current Black Adam. So this makes me believe that we're going to have a current Black Adam and a Black Adam from the past, and they're going to come together in the same storyline. So we have current Black Adam, and we have Flash, and then there's an issue. Flash ends up getting in a fight with some snow monsters, and he's hurt pretty bad, and he ends up being rescued by Black Adam and some of his minions. And when I say he's rescued, I mean he's flat out rescued by Black Adam. He's rescued by Black Adam, and at one point, he's even entirely recharged by Black Adam, where Black Adam injects him with electricity and makes him feel good again. And this episode ends with Flash getting back out there and getting back into the fight and trying to stabilize the world during this endless winter crisis. I definitely get the sense that Black Adam is going to become a major player in this storyline. And he also pulled in some people. Remember at the beginning of the first issue, you had Catman, you had Multiple Man, you had some other people who the Justice League busted. Black Adam has pulled all those into his team. So I think we're going to see a team that Black Adam's going to be working with during Endless Winter that's going to help the heroes to defeat the Frost King. Again, this is all very straightforward. It's a very easy to follow storyline, which I definitely appreciate, again, after the debacle that was Dark Knight's Metal. I like Dark Knight's Metal. It's just gone too long and it's too convoluted. So this was a good issue, very Flash-centric, obviously, but it was also very Black Adam-centric. And I think that DC is at a point where they're really trying to up the notoriety of Black Adam, knowing that The Rock is going to be playing the character. I think we're going to start seeing him pop up a lot more, and I think it's going to be in a heroic capacity a lot more, like it was in this issue. That being said, we got to see some stuff from the Flash perspective, but nothing really drove the storyline forward other than the Black Adam stuff. Everything else was pretty much filler. It was fight panels, it was snow panels, it was one panel to see what Superman's doing, one panel to see what Wonder Woman's doing. It was that type of storytelling. So it was definitely establishing that the Justice League is out there and they're working hard, but they're not pushing. This isn't pushing the story forward. It's just letting readers know, hey, if you wanna read the Superman's part of the story, guess what, that issue's out is out this week. That's the type of panels that we had in here. The art was nothing to write home about. I really like the cover though. But the art was really nothing to write home about. Very straight lines. It was just very, I don't know. The art feels kind of 90s to me, and that's okay. I grew up reading comics in the 90s, but it does feel very 90s to me from the straight lines and the sharp angles to just the colors. The colors are all very bright and vibrant, and just definitely, number one, it feels very Justice League-ish, but number two, it feels very 90s-ish also. But that's just my take on it. This was a fine part two. Again, it didn't really move the story forward a whole lot. It just kind of established that, okay, people are out there now. The Justice League is out there and they're dealing with it. And it also established Black Adam is going to be taking an active role in this. So I liked it. It wasn't anything special, but I do think that I don't know that if you're following the Endless Winter storyline, I don't know that you have to pick this one up, but at the same time, it might end up being critically important if Black Adam becomes a major player in this storyline, which I think he will be. So if I were you, I'd pick this up. It's only $4. Pick it up and enjoy the Endless Winter storyline. I know that I've seen some people online not really care for this storyline so far. I think it's way too early to decide whether or not this is going to be a good or bad storyline. For me, I'm still on board. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. So that's my take on Flash number 767. Did you read it? If so, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and as always, thank you for joining me right here at the Oki Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.